Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shayla. If this is your first time here, we talk about motherhood. We keep it real. We keep it positive. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I've got one that woke up with my husband before he went to work watching a show, and two still sleeping. So we moved to Arizona from Minnesota about a month ago. And we're currently staying in my friend's house while she's not here. And we are moving into our new house in a week. And we've experienced some growing pains. What I have reminded myself is with every decision that you make, there are pros and cons. I'm gonna start with the first one, the heat. We moved in July. That's like the dead of the summer. It is hot. I didn't even know it got this hot. It's like 120 degrees out. Apparently it's been mild this year, which I feel like it has because it's hovered around 100. Last year they had 100 days of over 100 degrees. What my husband told me is that it's dry heat, so it's different. 100 degrees or 110 degrees here is better than 80 degrees and 80% humidity in Minnesota. And I was like, I don't believe you. It's true. Right now, I'll look and see what the temperature is, but it's not that bad. I'm not somebody that does well with like extreme heat. I think I have a thyroid thing. I'm so glad that we came in July so that I could experience it and be like, yeah, we're inside a lot. We're not doing a lot outside. I was like, it was like doom that was coming for the summer. Palm leaf fell on the electrical wire during the monsoon and we could smell burning, and I didn't know what an electrical fire was, but Seth did, thankfully. So he called the fire department because it was like 11 p.m. and the kids were sleeping. So the fire department came, said that it was all fine. So for the night we didn't have AC, but it didn't get that hot. It was like 80 degrees, so we were fine. Shorted out the oven, which is now not working, and the stove still works, and it shorted out the refrigerator, and I didn't realize it because the light was on, so everything was getting warm all day long, and I didn't realize it until kids wanted some ice cream and it was nice and soft. So we lost all the things in the fridge. They tried to come fix it, but it's an old fridge and they don't have the parts anymore. Communicating all this with my friend who's in a different state, who just had a newborn. So I'm like, I'm so sorry, but we don't have a fridge. So they're getting it replaced today. And it's been about a week. So we've been doing a lot of mac and cheese and a lot of takeout, which we normally don't do. I'm gonna go so that when they wake up, I am available for them because I always like to greet them. That's like my thing. Like when they wake up, I wanna snuggle them and greet them and say hello and give them eye contact. But I'm gonna talk about like the goods and the bads of all of these things because it's been a lot. Okay. One thing that I do think has been saving me is Element. And I know I've talked about them. I know that I've talked about them before, but I love them. And I feel like in the Arizona heat, like since being here, it's keeping me hydrated and mineralized. And I've been getting migraines lately. I feel like staying hydrated is part of that. And people say that you don't even realize you're getting dehydrated. I drink one of these every single day. Where's my stir thing? Usually I put it in my water bottle and bring it to the gym, and I drink it way faster when there's electrolytes in there. There's sodium, magnesium, potassium. My favorite flavor is the new flavor, this lemon salt. I also really like grapefruit citrus. Citrus is like a little margarita because it's kind of salty. It's so good. I also love drinking this in the afternoon. Instead of like a coffee or caffeine, I feel like the hydration helps me to it gives me a little oomph. If you're interested in Element or getting some electrolytes, go to drinkelementtea.com/Shayla and you will get a free sample pack with whatever one you purchase. Try the lemonade because I love it, but you'll get a sample pack with a bunch of other flavors so you can try a bunch and see which one's your favorite. Okay. No, but it's as you say. We need to do some serious grocery shopping today. She's currently gonna have this with no yogurt and no milk. And I'm gonna make some peanut butter and jelly for breakfast.
I don't like doing that.
It's just a strawberry. You wanna eat it not on the toast? Is that better? This will be the last time I film in this bathroom, so I apologize for the sound. We found a babysitter, but it just wasn't a good fit. So there's another growing pain. I think it's just like the layout of this house and me trying to work from here was just not happening. So unfortunately I had to be like, it's just not gonna work. We've just been using Lifetime, which is great, but actually vlog style works so well because I don't have to be like, okay, Seth, I need like 30 minutes to go film and like set up. I'm literally like, hello, good morning. and then I can just edit it as I go. I have an editor, but I've been editing them all myself just to see, like, learn how to film it better so that I can be better for him. So I'll probably edit like 1 or 2 more and then I'll hand it off to him. He probably can do it way better than I can, but I just wanted to make sure that the footage was easy for him to edit. Anyway, we went to a play date. We made a friend, right? I got invited to go to this homeschool meetup. There's a Facebook group for it. So I was like, hey, does anyone know how to sign up for these certain sports activities? And they were like, oh, I know the leader in the town that you're moving to. And so we got connected with them, and then they were like, oh, if you want to come to the birthday party, you can. And so I'm feeling super excited and lucky about that. Plus, a ton of my college friends now live in Arizona and have kids, and some of them homeschool. There's just so many things that are aligning that the growing pains feel hard. Everything feels hard. Like going to get groceries feels hard because we don't know the layout of the store. And that sounds silly, but like, it's just hard. Making Play-Doh today. She's doing a great job stirring it in with her hands. We have, I think, 2 cups of flour, 3/4 salt.
Yeah.
Oh boy. 4 teaspoons of this, and then 2 tablespoons of this. I'll put the recipe below, but it's awesome. And now we're just gonna bake it on the stove. Put it over the pot.
Okay.
Other side. So I doubled the batch here, which may have been too much, but whenever I do this, I'm always like, when is it gonna turn to Play-Doh? And then all of a sudden at one point, it just does. And you can see you've got like chunks of it. Do that. I feel like such a homemaker when I do this. Like, who am I? Making homemade Play-Doh. And it happens fast, see what I mean? Like tacky. Okay, grab the stool. And I always kind of let it go a little bit longer because I'm always not sure, and I just feel like I've stopped early before. It's real sticky. It's turning there. But it's still kind of wet here. Maybe that's why I shouldn't have done such a big batch. But this is why I'm not a great cook, because I just wing it and work with whatever comes out. I just turned it off, and I'm just gonna let it sit in here a little bit longer. Do you see what I mean? Like all of a sudden it's just like, okay, what? We have Play-Doh. Seth got me this for my birthday. He's a big gift giver. I've switched to decaf coffee. I've talked about it a couple times. Sometimes I have matcha, so that's not totally decaf. The clinical nutritionist that I worked with recommended this because they test for mold and all sorts of other things in coffee. Just placebo. Countertops are just full. Like, it's my goal to have the countertops empty, but here we can't because we don't have a ton of cabinet space. We didn't have any food coloring. Oh, but we had watercolor and we had sprinkles. That's super awesome. Don't eat the sprinkles. Ew! The other part of the growing pains and struggle is just managing everything. Everything that we needed to get the loan for the house. We're getting bills from back home that I wasn't expecting. Trying to figure out the moving company. There's so many freaking moving pieces because we're closing everything behind us and like changing everything in front of us. So like pediatrician, dentist, all of that I haven't even tackled yet. Because right now I'm working on getting all the paperwork to the lender, making sure that we have utilities set up for when we move in. Now I need to figure out a reimbursement for insurance at home that didn't go through properly. What's for dinner? I'm literally just waiting for the fridge guy to get here. I skipped my morning at Lifetime. I think I'm gonna go this afternoon though. The girl's playing in the room, so I thought I would add a little more here. Before we left, there was like 3 people in my life that got new jobs, and all of them were not liking it. And it's because when you get a new job, you have to learn all the new systems, you have to learn all the new people, you're like the new kid. It's a lot. So I obviously have the same job here that I did there, but Seth is going through the growing pains of a new job. And I just keep asking him like, do you regret moving or is this still the right choice? He's like, still the right choice. I'm like, okay, cool, me too. Cool thing. Stop. So I'm just juggling. Don't put that in your mouth. We're just gonna go all in on the pasta, all of it. A friend of mine just told me that she makes pasta with her kid. It's literally just like dough and a couple ingredients, and then she lets them like stamp out their pasta shapes. That's genius. Seth is gluten-free, so not by choice. He's always like, ugh, gluten-free. So I'm wondering if I can make the pasta with gluten-free flour. No, I'm not very good at doing this thing, so I'll probably just do it and see how it turns out. And then I knew I would miss my sister and my family, but the part that's the hardest that I wasn't expecting or that I didn't realize, the time difference makes it really hard because we both used to be up in the wee hours of the morning and I would talk to her on our way to work. So we don't like have the talking time that we used to, and that's been really That's been really challenging. And even FaceTime, it's hard with kids because they just want to grab the phone and run around. And I'm like, I just want to talk to my dad. Like, you wanted to talk to your grandpa. That's fine. Also, it's 10 in the morning. I don't know what time it is because the oven display doesn't work, and that's the only clock in this space besides my phone. So it's 10 a.m. and I'm making pasta. It's fine. It's so good. I just mix a little bit of this in there, but I don't know if the girls are gonna like it, so I'm gonna wait. Extra fat for the baby.
I know. Mom.
She's here. Time to put the baby down. Like, all the expenses are adding up because I'm gonna go over here. They're watching a show, so I just don't want that in the background. But that's another like growing pain. The cost of moving is so expensive. Closing costs are expensive. Inspection costs, setting up like the electric and gas and water and stuff cost me like $450. It's all just like adding up. And so I'm like, okay, here's the money that we have to put down payment and then like furnish the house. And the furnish the house just keeps going because we need a water softener. There's just so many things that we need that I'm like, we're gonna be able to buy a chair. But also like staying here at my friend's house, she's giving us a phenomenal deal. So, I mean, like there's the upsides of it too, right? Brady just woke up. We call him Brady. A friend called her son brother, and I thought it was so weird. And now we call him brother, like a name, like brother, what are you doing? And it's my middle is like the queen of nicknames. She's so good at nicknames. She named one of our chickens Risby, the other one Flufferton, and she calls him Bruddy. So Bruddy it is. He napped for almost 3 hours, which is unheard of. I've been trying to force a 1 nap schedule for a while, and so we've been just consistent at it. So that's what we've been doing, and I think we've officially transitioned. So this move has been wildly serendipitous. I feel like we've been in flow with things. I'm gonna do a whole video on this because I really feel very strongly about like living in flow and like manifesting things, because that's what I did when I traveled. That's how I started this channel. I traveled for like 5 years and I had no idea how I was going to do it. My dad's friends would be like, are you paying for her stuff? And he's like, no. I was able to do that all on my own for 5 years with no like real clear plan on how it would happen. I just kept getting these opportunities. You can work at this restaurant, come help us with this project or whatever. I haven't felt that like living in flow since traveling. Since I became a mom, everything's just been like putting out the burning fires as they happen. I just went to a yoga class when we were trying to decide if we were wanting to move. And I just remember like laying there meditating, and it just was like, you are not meant to be here in Minnesota. And I was like, okay. So I went home and I was like, Seth, it's time for us to go. We knew we wanted to move out of Minnesota, but we thought it would be like in 5 years or something. But that was like the validation I needed. So then once you make a big decision like that, things just start falling into place. Like we sold our house off market. We were able to move into my friend's house here until we found a house. Then when we went house hunting, one of the first 5 houses that we went into, I walked into it and it was the layout of a picture that I had on the back of my computer for like, I don't know how long. I wish I could show you the picture but my computer died and will not turn on. It was the layout and I was like giddy. And I was not keeping my cool at all. And I was like, is this in our price range? And they were like, yes. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then it's scary, right? Like when you get the thing that you want, you're like scared of it. So we had to kind of like get past that. Like, okay, we can do this. Do we want to? The builder was buying down interest rates. I connected with Veteran PCS, who is a friend of mine who started it. And we're going to get like, I can't remember, it's like $1,000 to like $4,000 back just from working with them. But things just started moving so well for us. We were able to push our closing date up 2 weeks. Everything just fell into place and it's just been awesome. Even though it's been hard, even though we've had major growing pains, we miss our family, we've been without a fridge for a week, all of those things can trip you up and be like, was this the right choice? We've definitely like talked about that, like, was this right? And every time it's like, yeah, it's hard, but like, we're not doing it for right now. We're doing it for a lifetime of raising our kids here and adventure and exploring. I just think if you are trying to make a big decision, like dig deep, making decisions out of gratitude and growth instead of fear is always the way to go. You can do that and you're like serving other people I think that's another good way to make the decision. Oh, and like our stuff. That was another one of our growing pains, is like, apparently I didn't ask enough questions. Our stuff we have been without. Clothing is the stuff that I pack for our drive down. Luckily, my friend has toys here from her kids and the moving company. It was safe for the cold, like winter cold, but not for the heat. So then we were like, okay, just keep it in Minnesota. And so we're just hoping that it'll be down in time to get delivered the day after we close, so Thursday of next week. I literally just got to the gym this afternoon for this, like an afternoon thing, and I just got a notification that Costco just got delivered to the house, or it will be delivered in 10 minutes. And there's a bunch of fridge stuff, so I'm just gonna run a mile and go home. Seth just got home early.
Daddy, it's not even close to nighttime. Daddy, it isn't even close to bedtime.
Oh,
Here's Daddy.
thank you.
Welcome home. Now the baby's awake. We've been watching Lilo and Stitch. Lilo's sister is like carrying rocks at the bottom of the ocean, so now Aaliyah has got giant rocks in the pool that she like swims around with.
It's a potato. That's cool.
Keys in the chest.
I didn't see that.
Woo! That was a good one. We are gonna sign tomorrow. We're gonna get the keys tomorrow. I was gonna see if the movers could show up tomorrow instead of Thursday. All of our stuff is still in Minnesota. So that means we have like 10 more days. I thought we were moving into our house like in 2 days.